So today we're going to be checking out the brand new Azzaro, the Most Wanted. This is an Eau de Parfum Intense. It just came out, and of course it's going to be kind of a follow-up to Wanted by Night, whereas this one's going to be more of a deep and sweeter version rather than something like Tonic, which was fresh and kind of uninspired. So we're going to see how this one stacks up to the original and Wanted by Night, and I think Wanted by Night is by far the best out of the entire line. In a full review later on down the line, I'll go through the performance and everything like that. Today I'm just going to be giving you my first impressions live on camera. So here's the bottle. It's just a little 50 ml bottle, but I have to say it looks very cool, very sleek. All blacked out, and it does look very attractive. Kind of fits in with a lot of the other designer fragrances on the market that are a parfum or, you know, an intense with the all blacked out bottle. So hopefully the scent kind of goes along with this look as well. I'm hoping for something deep, dark, rich, and maybe something that's going to be interesting. All right, let's go ahead and give it a spray on paper, and we'll see what we have here right off the bat. I'm kind of excited about this one. So honestly, right off the bat, I'm getting reminded of something like a Halloween Man X bubblegummy type of smell. A whole lot of sweetness going on. Sweetness and a bit of a spiciness. That spiciness is going to be coming from the cardamom in here. The sweetness is going to be coming from this toffee note that is listed, and also probably a tonka bean. And there's also amberwood listed in the base, and that's probably giving off some of that kind of sweet freshness as well, that modern type of men's cologne smell in here. Honestly, right off the bat, not off to a good start. I mean, it smells pleasant, but it smells like something that we've smelled before a few different times. Like I said, I'm getting Halloween Man X with a bubblegummy touch. And I think the bubblegum is coming from the amberwood. The Halloween Man X vibe is coming from the toffee or kind of coffee type of smell you get in here. Kind of like you get a roasted coffee from Halloween Man X, and a bit of a spicy cardamom up top. I think if they would have focused more on cardamom, maybe added some leather, maybe added some oud, maybe added, I don't know, some patchouli or something and spiced it up, this could be really good. But it is very familiar, and it is similar to a lot of the stuff that we've been getting here recently, and that's apparent right off the first spray. So I just sprayed it on my hand. Let's see if there's too much of a difference there. And really, it's kind of the same thing. A bit more spicy on skin, a bit more fresh as well up top. But still kind of does have the same thing going on, the same type of principle going on here. It's kind of a bubblegummy sweet, coffee, spicy cardamom. It's one that does smell sexy. It does smell inviting, and that's really what this is going to be marketed for. And at the end of the day, that is what the Azzaro Wanted line is going to be all about, is smelling good to the people around you. But from the fragrance enthusiast side of things, this one is not going to be all that exciting. And that's not to say that this is a bad fragrance. Like I just said, this one has its uses, and that's going to be geared towards the people who all they really care about is smelling good to the people around them, and maybe they want a little bit of a different variation from the original Wanted, because other than having a bubblegum smell, this really doesn't smell like the original Wanted or even Wanted by Night. You don't get any lemon from this one, and you don't get Invictus in the same type of way that you do from Wanted and even a little bit of Wanted by Night. It's just more of a bubble gum, and it's coming from the amberwood. It's that same type of smell that you get in YSL Eau de Parfum, Armani Code Colonia, right? Just that modern men's kind of fresh bubblegummy smell, and that's the amberwood in here coming through strong. Again, not bad, a little bit spicy still, and it does smell better on skin. So that is one where you will want to be aware of that when you test this for yourself. But again, it doesn't get a whole lot better for me. So is this one that I'd recommend picking up right out of the gate? I would say no. I would wait a bit on this one, especially at retail. Once you can find this one for the normal Azzaro Wanted price, I think it would be maybe not a bad pickup for someone who wants to have that mass appeal going on with maybe a bit of a different twist. But if you are looking for something that's going to be very different and kind of revolutionary, this one's not going to be it, and that wouldn't really be a surprise anyway. It is a Wanted flanker after all. But the good news is that this one does have a differentiation from Wanted. So if you don't like Wanted, there is a possibility that you may like this one. If that lemon was too strong for you, it is not apparent at all in this one. Now, as this one does dry down, the toffee starts to come through more, and it's kind of like a roasted, chocolatey toffee note. Almost like a hazelnut type of smell in here as well, and it is getting better as it dries down. I think the opening for me was just a little bit on the generic side, but as you do hit the dry down here, it does start to get a little bit better. So I don't know. I think this is going to be one where I will need to test it more. I will need to give it some full wearings. Who knows, maybe the performance will be incredible on this one, and we'll just have to see. So kind of as it sits here on skin, dry down 100 times better than the opening, but again, still going to be very typical smelling, but the toffee does come through just to give it a bit more of a differentiation in scent. As it sits right now, in terms of where this one stacks up in the line, it's definitely better than the original for me. It's better than Tonic, and it's probably just a bit behind Wanted by Night still. I really do like Wanted by Night. That is a really solid scent, and who knows, maybe this one will take over Wanted by Night for me as I test it more. Even though I do like Wanted by Night, it is still a typical scent. You know, you have that cinnamon there giving it a spicy nighttime kick, but it does have the original Wanted. If this one can kind of give it even more of a twist in the dry down, who knows, I may still like this one better, but you have to keep in mind, when I'm going towards Wanted by Night, I'm not looking for something that's going to be a mind blower. I'm looking for mass appeal, and it's going to have to be the same approach for this one. If you're looking for a mind blower, you're not going to want to look for this, but if you do want something that is going to be wearable, this one might be good for you. Fall and winter time, going to be the best time for this one. I think right now in spring and summer, not really the best time to put this one out, but it would be a good date night fragrance. As it sits, the toffee is still there somewhat, giving it a bit of a gourmand touch, and that would be good for an evening out. And of course, that could be an evening out any time of the year, but all around, you know, wearing it out during the daytime and stuff, fall and winter will be best. Now, I just went and had my girlfriend check this one out, give it a quick smell, and see what she thinks of it, and she liked it. It wasn't one of her favorites, and she also said that it reminded her of other fragrances that I have already. I didn't tell her that this was a new release. I just said, hey, here, smell this, and she thought it was something that I had before. She didn't think that it was something I just got in. So again, that kind of goes back to what I've been saying throughout the video. It smells very nice, very pleasant, but it does have some similarities to quite a few other designer fragrances out there. At the end of the day, that's good for people who want mass appeal, and I'm not ragging on it for that. In this video, it may sound like I'm hating on this fragrance, and I'm not. It's a good scent, but I'm just trying to get the message across that for a lot of you guys out there who are looking for something a bit different, you're going to want to look elsewhere. So guys, that's pretty much going to do it for me as it sits right now. Not too bad, but it is familiar. I will keep wearing this one, and I will bring out a full review in about a month or so. We'll go over performance and all that stuff, and I'll give you my kind of final opinion on this one. If I end up liking it more or about the same, we'll have to see. If you guys have tried this one, let me know what you think down below. And if you haven't tried it, do you want to, and are you excited to? For me, when I saw this one come out, I obviously got a bottle, so I did have some sort of interest, but I was also a little bit pumped because the bottle does look cool, and I thought that maybe they could make it a bit more interesting, but it does smell nice. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.